Hello, welcome to the Daily Message. Throughout this week, I'll be presenting kind of a brief introduction to the prophet Amos because I will be presenting on Amos on Wednesday, tomorrow, October the 9th, twice at 9:30 in the morning until 11, and then at 7 until 8:30 p.m. So today I'd like to talk about just a few of the theological themes that we see in the book of the prophet Amos. So for one thing, Amos tells us and tells the people of his time that God cares about what people do, that nothing escapes God's attention. So if you think about it, this is both good news and bad news because if someone is weak or vulnerable or oppressed, then God knows about that and God intends to do something about that. On the other hand, those who are the oppressors of the weak also should be aware, says Amos, that God knows what's going on and that God will take care of this situation. A second theological theme is that for Amos, sin has consequences. So those who break God's laws, Yahweh's laws, will face retribution. And Amos says that not only will the Israelites, the northern kingdom, to whom he preached most of the time, not only will they face retribution, but so will the nations around Israel. And we will see in the book of Amos a series of oracles against the nations. He talks about what they have done that God didn't like, and he talks about the penalties that they will have to pay for their sins. A key theme in Amos is that God cares more about what people do than does God care about religious practices. We will see a number of times in Amos that God says, your religious practices, your worship, your sacrifice, your fasting, it means nothing to me unless you back it up with your actions, with the way you take care of the poor and the widows and the orphans among you. So for Amos, morality is not strictly personal. It is also social. It matters how we treat the vulnerable and the marginalized people in society. So there are a few of the themes that we'll see in the book of Amos. I hope you find these helpful, and I hope you have a great day today. Thank you so much for tuning in.